The Jake Paul Roadshow rolled on Saturday night as he stopped Mike Perry. Perry, a bare-knuckle brawler, was absolutely wide open. He hasn't won a professional boxing fight yet, and based on what I saw on Saturday night, he never will. The end came in round 6 when Paul put Perry down for the 3rd time. Perry was a tough bloke, but he had absolutely no boxing technique and no defence. He made it easy for Paul. Next up for Paul, a date against 60-year-old Mike Tyson. What an absolute farce. Former WBC middleweight boss Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. had to dig deep to defeat Uriah Hall in a cruiserweight clash. Believe it or not, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. used to be rather bloody good, down at middleweight. Chavez, now 38, won by scores of 59-55, 59-59 and 58-56. He showed experience but only glimpses of the skill he once possessed. In what will surely go down as one of the knockouts of the year, Lucas Prince Bardi scored a 6th round stoppage over Ashton H2O Silv. Silv looked dominant early on, but Bardi showed his resilience and mounted a comeback as the fight progressed. And in the 6th round he scored the knockout with a pair of right hands followed by a booming left hook. Unbeaten Japanese southpaw Junto Nakatini successfully defended his WBC bantamweight title in stunning fashion against Vincent Astrolabio. Nakatini delivered a devastating one-punch knockout to the midsection, a straight left hand at 2:37 of the first round. Impressive stuff again by Nakatini. What a fight, boxing fans. There wasn't a great deal of skill and there was zero defence, but my God was there heart and toughness. As Derek Del Boy Chisora outscores Joe the Juggernaut Joyce over 10 tough rounds. Chisora started the first round aggressively, but by round 3 was absolutely exhausted. The enormous and heavy-handed Joyce using his sheer size and strength to wear down Chisora. Despite this, however, it was Chisora who was landing all the eye-catching shots, big left hooks and overhand rights. Going into the 9th, it looked like Joyce would grind out a win and possibly stop Chisora late. However, Del landed a huge overhand right that dropped Joyce. Joyce got up and it was actually Chisora who was hanging on by the end of the round. Joyce put on the pressure and tried to score the knockout in the last round. However, Del continued to explode with big left hooks and right hands. And after 10 rounds, he was awarded a well-earned decision. What do you think about this fight fans? And please don't forget to like and subscribe. What a performance by Moses Itauma. The British heavyweight looks like a future world champion as he absolutely destroys Marius Wack in 2 rounds. Itauma's speed of hand, his accuracy, his punch selection and his power were all extremely impressive. This kid is going to be a world champion. Itauma dominated the first round, scored a knockdown in the second with a short right hook, and drove Wack into the ropes and brought about the referee's finish moments later. Fight fans, what did you make of this performance by Itauma? Please comment below. In a clash for the British and Commonwealth Bantamweight Championships, Andrew Kane faced off against Ashley Lane. Lane pressed the action from the opening bell, but Kane's precise counter punches were the difference. In round 5, Kane dropped Lane twice with powerful shots. After the second knockdown, Lane's corner threw in the towel. Lane's aggressive tactics played right into Kane's hands. Beautiful counter-punching and excellent body punching to boot. In a clash of unbeaten British super featherweight contenders, Ryan the Piranha Garner outscores Archie Sharp over 12 rounds to defend the WBC International Super Featherweight Championship. Garner made the fight, and every time these two men traded punches, it was Garner's shorter, more accurate shots which carried the day, especially the short right hand. Sharp's footwork was excellent and he was elusive on the defence, but the stronger Garner kept dragging him into a slugfest, and every time these two men traded punches, Sharp's shots were too looping. What did you make of this one, fight fans? How far can Garner go? And please don't forget to like and subscribe. What a performance. William Cepeda does it again. Ranked the #1 lightweight contender by all sanctioning bodies, Cepeda sank the extremely awkward and game Giovanni Cabrera in the 3rd round. Cabrera got off to a very fast start, but Cepeda eventually got the fight on the inside and he took over. And in the 3rd round he landed that crunching body shot and that was all she wrote. Cepeda moves to 31 wins, no losses, 27 knockouts, and he's a huge threat for all the lightweights in the world. Extremely popular and unbeaten heavyweight, Johnny the Romford Bull Fisher needed just 36 seconds to demolish former Bridgerweight world title challenger Alan the Savage Babbage. Fisher looked cool, calm, relaxed and poised before scoring a knockdown with a sweeping right hand. Babbage got to his feet but was on very shaky legs and the referee rightly stopped the fight. Great performance by Fisher. Unbeaten pound-for-pound contender and WBC lightweight king Shakur Stevenson scored a workmanlike 12-round decision over the game but outclassed Artem Hartunian. Stevenson stood his ground against Hartunian, using his speed and boxing skills to control the fight. Excellent ring generalship by Stevenson. I was particularly impressed how he went to the body. Scores on this one: 119-109, 118-110, 116-112. What a terrible decision. Olympic gold medalist Robson Conceição dethrones WBC super featherweight boss O'Shaquie Foster. The decision was absolutely diabolical and the fight won much better. The contest was really slow paced. Conceição was the busier man. He stalked Foster throughout the fight but couldn't land anything. Foster was excellent on the defense and countered well. The judges scored it 116-112, 115-113 for Conceição and a much more realistic 116-112 for Foster. Absolutely diabolical decision. Unbeaten lightweight contender and Olympic silver medalist Keyshawn Davis absolutely dominated Miguel Majunio over 10 one-sided rounds. Majunio battled hard to the end, but Davis was too fast, too sharp, too accurate for him. Davis looks a tremendous prospect. He's a fantastic sharpshooter. He also has a mean streak. Davis moved his record to 11 wins, no losses with 7 knockouts. It's only a matter of time before he wins a world championship, and only a matter of time before he gets on that pound-for-pound list. Another impressive performance from lightweight phenom Abdullah Mason, as the flashy lightweight knocked out veteran Louis LeBron in round number 3. Mason dropped LeBron twice in round 2, and the bout was waved off at 1 minute 18 of round number 3. Only a matter of time for this kid. Unbeaten lightweight prospect Amado Vargas, the son of former world champion Fernando Vargas, was as ferocious as his father on Saturday night as he scored a 6-round stoppage of Sean Garcia, brother of Ryan Garcia. Vargas was absolutely relentless. His body punching was ferocious and his intensity levels were through the roof. Garcia was extremely game, but he was overpowered by Vargas, who was much the bigger puncher and much the stronger man. Vargas dropped Garcia in round 4 with an uppercut, and eventually the referee had to stop the fight in the 6th. Tremendous performance by Vargas, who moves to 11 wins, no losses, with 5 knockouts. Super middleweight fringe contender Shane Mosley Jr. took a one-sided 10-round decision of a 2-time world middleweight champion Daniel Jacobs. There was no miracles left for Jacobs, as he struggled to pull the trigger throughout this encounter. The 37-year-old has definitely lost a step. Mosley was the busier man, and he outlanded Jacobs 108-83 in total shots. In a long-awaited battle between mixed martial arts legends, Nate Diaz took a majority decision over Jorge Masvidal over 10 rounds in their light heavyweight encounter. There wasn't much in terms of skill in this one, but both men showed toughness and fought their hearts out. The awkward Diaz appeared to be the stronger man. He was also the busier fighter, but Masvidal was the more accurate fighter, landing 176 shots to 148 from Diaz. Diaz is well past his fighting prime, but if he keeps drawing 18,000 fans, he's going to keep getting big fights. Unbeaten Argentinian Fernando Martinez unified the WBA and IBF super flyweight titles as he fought a grueling battle against skillful Japanese Kazuto Ioka. Chances of me pronouncing that right? Nil point. Martinez was the aggressor and landed some thumping shots in close. Ioka meanwhile boxed well on the back foot, looking to counter, and he also fired some lovely body shots. Martinez appeared to be much the bigger puncher, however. He did excellent work with left hooks, right hooks and straight rights. He also had great success going to the body. Scorecards on this one: 116-112, 117-111 and 121-8. Modern great Roman Gonzalez was back in action last night in his native Nicaragua. Chocolatito scored a 10th round TKO over Robert Barrera. Now up at bantamweight, Chocolatito isn't quite the fighter he once was. However, he's still bloody good. The 37-year-old Chocolatito landed big shots at the end of every round. He puts punches together excellently, as he always did. He dropped Barrera in the end of round 8 with a body shot, again in round 9, but Barrera, who was very game and fought well throughout the fight, survived into round 10 before the referee stopped the fight. Gonzalez is a future Hall of Famer and he's got one big fight left in him. 2020 Olympic silver medalist Muslim Godziomedov scored a 4th round TKO of Zhao Zhang to claim the vacant WBA Bridgerweight Championship over in Russia. Zhang was aggressive and tried to make a fight of it, but was outboxed from range. The Olympic silver medalist landed clean, powerful shots in every round. until the referee had seen enough in the 4th round. The Russian will take some beating in this division. IBF welterweight boss Jaron Ennis sends a clear message to Terence Bud Crawford as he scores a 5th round retirement over David Avanesian. Ennis looks sensational. He can switch stances, has a superb right or left jab, and is a tremendous power puncher. His accuracy is really on point, and he's a tremendous body puncher. Avanesian is as hard as nails, and he had success landing shots between the flurries of Ennis, just as he did against Crawford. But in terms of power, Avanesian was outgunned, and he was dropped in the 5th round with a massive overhand left. Avanesian bravely got to his feet, but took an absolute hammering, especially to the body. Again, he showed his toughness by not going down, but was retired by his corner at the end of the round. Boots was superb on the offense. He just needs to tighten up that defense. Bring on Boots versus Bud. Unbeaten lightweight contender Raymond Murtaya scored a 10-round decision over former world champion Tevin Farmer. Scores on this one 97-92, 96-93, 95-94. The slick and clever Farmer looked to land left hands from out of range, but Murtaya used angles and constant pressure. Farmer was docked a point in the 8th round for holding. Murtaya pulled away in the later stages of the fight. He hit Farmer in the 10th round with a big right hand. Next up, Murtaya wants Dennis Baranchek. Northampton's big hitting Kieran Conway secured his place in the semi-final of the Matchroom Prize Fighter tournament with an impressive 7th round stoppage of the Game Zelante of China. Conway was too big and strong, trapped Zelante near the ropes in the 7th round and landed a nice right hand, bringing the referee's intervention. Aaron McKenna also made it to the semi-final of the Prize Fighter tournament, as the Northern Irishman handed out a beating to Game Giovanni Estella. The American took a right kicking in this one, regularly being pushed back to the ropes by the stronger McKenna. McKenna would then tee off with good shots to head and body. Eventually, the dumbass referee stopped the fight with 58 seconds remaining. Why allow a fighter to take a battering round after round and then stop it with 58 seconds left on the clock when he isn't in trouble? Stupid bloody referee. In another prize fighter quarter-final, Kazuto Takasako out-hustled Mark Dickinson over 10 tough rounds. Scores 96-94, 97-93, and 98-92. Takasako's inside work and superior stamina won him this one against a flashier Dickinson. Unified female featherweight boss Amanda Serrano made absolute mincemeat of a Stevie Morgan last night. Serrano wasted no time punishing Morgan from the opening bell with relentless aggression. Morgan was too tall, too upright and too stationary, no head movements whatsoever, just way too easy to hit. With Stevie taking punishment, the referee had to stop it in the 2nd round when Serrano drove her into the ropes. All too easy for Serrano, who remains the unified featherweight boss. In an absolute thrilling battle for the English welterweight title, Echo Esserman faced off against Owen Cooper. Cooper started well, showcasing his skills, but the relentless Esserman turned the tide, dropping Cooper heavily at the end of round 6. Cooper fought back valiantly, and he put Esserman down with a massive right hand in the 9th round. But in an astonishing recovery, Esserman unleashed a flurry of heavy shots. He hit Cooper with a left hook. He then drove him into the corner, landing heavy short shots on the inside. Cooper draped out on the bottom rope. Time was 23 seconds of the 10th round. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. Echo Esserman is the new English welterweight champion. This will certainly be remembered as one of the fights of the year. Dennis the Menace McCann puts in an absolute masterclass performance as he wins the European Super Bantamweight Championship, defeating Inoue Baluta over 12 rounds. After their first bout ended in a controversial draw, McCann followed his trainer Joe McNally's instructions to perfection, securing a 12-round points victory by scores of 120-1-8 and 117-111 twice. McCann showcased his discipline, footwork and powerful counters, proving why he's a rising star in the super bantamweight division. His body work was tremendous, his head movement was also better than I've ever seen up to this stage, and his accuracy was through the roof as he landed 59% of his shot. Baluta was swinging for the fences throughout the contest, but he just couldn't land anything. McCann hit him with body shots in the 7th round. He had Baluta hurt again in the 11th, but the ultra-tough Romanian lasted to the bell. What did you make of McCann's performance? Do you think he can win a world championship fight, fans? Please let me know in the comments below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. What's up, fight fans? Claressa Shields has done it again, stepping up to heavyweight to dethrone WBC female heavyweight champion Vanessa Lepage-Janice. Shields, the undisputed female middleweight champion, totally outclassed Lepage-Janice, dropping her 3 times in round 2. Shields cements her place as one of the greatest female fighters of all time. And please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more boxing news and updates.